What's up, guys? It is CC coming to you live from Knoxville.
And I'm our co-host LJ. We're bringing you live streaming action of the Monsters of Dirt Street Stock.
Thanks for joining us. Monsters of Dirt is finishing up qualifying, and we will begin soon.
Nice pole, barely hit.
What is up, guys? It is CC and LJ, and we are back. We've been missing in action for quite some time, actually since the last Monsters of Dirt race for Maniac Monday Championship Night. So we are back, and we are ready to kick off this series. It is the Ryan Ray Plumbing Monsters of Dirt Winter Season 2020, Season 4. And this is going to be an exciting season. Thanks for joining us.
To start on the lead.
And that is
coming out of 4, and the pace truck has got to be clear off the track behind the guardrail. Getting
some instructions from our master himself, John Etheridge, the hostess with the mostest. We are set to go for our first heat race. All right, starting on the pole, we've got Bailey Hip and Rod Tucker. In third, we've got Brian Dean and Corey Whitworth. Third row is going to be Nick Van and Joshua Burton. Fourth row is going to be Darren Literal and Eric Hillard. And why can I not see the rest of them? In 11th, we've got Charity Kilgore and Adam Clatterbuck. And then 13th is Sean Stevens. All right. All eyes are going to be on the 28 of Mr. Bailey Hip. The start is on him. As we go around Knoxville for a 75-lap feature. They are coming down the backstretch, entering turns 3 and 4, and we will be set to go green. All eyes on that orange and purple 28 car, and we are green flag racing for Maniac Monday Monsters of Dirt season opener at Knoxville. And Bailey Hip got a great start coming into turns 1 and 2 down the back stretch. He's got a good lead as the 2 and 3 positions battle. That's going to be Tucker and Dean. All right, so Bailey Hip out with a commanding lead, almost a half a second there, and going to be a 0.7 seconds, almost a full second over third place Corey Whitworth, who quickly made a jump. Not a whole lot of positions being changed here. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the field. As you see Corey Whitworth trying to battle it out with Brian Dean for that second position. And if you were with us last season for Manic Monday Monsters of Dirt, Corey Whitworth is going for 5 wins in a row. He ended up with the season with 4 wins in a row. It had never been done in any of Monsters of Dirt. And he is going for number 5 as he is battling right now for that third and second position with Brian Dean. Keep an eye out on the 69 machine. He is definitely one to watch in these street stock cars. Won the division for street stocks last season. All right, Dale flag in the air. We've got 3 to go as Corey Whitworth still looks to try to look on the inside of Brian Dean as they come into turns 3 and 4. Everyone else trying to just manage the line that they have.
What are we doing? What's this? Where am I?
Hey, we found my co-host.
Howdy. Sorry, I had some real work to do. Not like this isn't real work. So what am I missed so far? Good heat race here?
It's kind of been the same. Corey obviously going for 5 wins in a row here.
Yeah.
And everyone's kind of stayed quiet. Nothing really crazy going on as we've got sticks in the air. White flag actually in the air now.
I love Knoxville when that lower groove is in. It is such a fun track to me.
Yeah, and Bailey is really just kind of ran off with this one as Corey Whitworth dives down low to Brian Dean. And the checkers come out, and it's going to be Bailey hit Brian Dean, Corey Whitworth, and Robert Tucker.
So hard to pull off a slide job here in Knoxville. With that berm down there, you can't really cut inside it. You hit that berm, your car goes nuts, and you lose any of your momentum. So it's kind of fun racing, but it's a little single file. Knoxville is one of the weird tracks where it's more single file when the track is still fresh. It becomes more racy as it gets slick, which a lot of them do, but in some of the tracks like Eldora, the only line is the high line, and if you're not on it, you're slow. So I love Knoxville because it does have that more racy feel to me. I don't know. It just happens to be a track I'm good at. It's an easy track, I know it is, but it's just one of my favorite. All right, so here we got heat race number 2, right? I only missed one heat race?
Uh-huh.
All right, well, let me start us off. Why is that way down there?
I don't know, but I had to just like read it off of here and here.
Okay. I'll have to fix that. Sorry. It's the first race of the season. Jason McConnell, a popular name on the pole. Marcus Mays coming outside of him. Second row, we got Blake Brown and Tyler Jackson. Third row, Ryan Ray and Ryan Nuss. Fourth row is Christopher Berger and Jacob Todd. Fifth row is Jason, I think, Mersdorf and Mr. Allen. And bringing up the rear, final row is Roby and Allen. Another Allen. So, awesome. If you would call this race for us to start again, because I'm going to try to fix whatever just went wrong with that. So,
this is a cash money league. You can enter $10 to get you into all money races for any of Monsters of Dirt. They race 5-6 nights a week. We have 3 races this season that are going to be 3 cash races. They're going to be your, well, I thought I wrote them down.
womp womp.
Well, there are 3, and one is coming up at the end of January, one's in February, and then one is in March. They give away money to first, second, and third, and then a random $10 prize for a random winner. As we go green flag racing for heat race number 2, as McConnell sets the pace and Mays is going to follow suit behind him. And you've got the number 8 of Tyler Jackson, a popular one. Lots of big names in this one. Keep an eye on that Monster Energy 114 of McConnell. He definitely was one of those who made themselves known last season, and Tyler Jackson also did. He was right up there in the points for a long time.
Oh, we've got a little side-by-side. Tyler Jackson and Ryan Ray. Ryan Ray on the inside of Jackson. Does look like he's going to get the 4th spot. How many are advancing? Do we know? No, all right. Probably top 9, I think, or 6. But either way, they're still almost 3 wide, catching up with Blake Brown. So that'll be a little fun. Marcus May is putting the pressure on Jason McConnell up front, too.
Yeah, keep an eye on the 12M machine and the 114. That's definitely going to be a battle. Look for the 8 to try to make their way up there also, and Blake Brown.
Ryan Nuss and Ryan Ray still side by side. Where it looks like Ryan Ray is going to pull a little bit of a block, and Nuss gets up in the slick stuff, and he's going to lose spots to the number 95.
Yeah, we're flashing 5 to go right now. As we come down into turns 3 and 4, single file, except between the 56 and 95.
Yeah, Todd's keeping that low line. He's keeping Nuss up on the slick stuff, and he's not going to be able to do anything up there. He needs to get out of there. He's up in the marbles. Well, the dirt marbles.
Halfway to go here at Knoxville in heat race number 2. It's going to be McConnell, Mays, Brown, and Jackson, your top 4.
Brown looking on the inside of Mays now. Might have a little racy action going on there. Ooh, it's going to be close. Yeah, they're side by side going into that turn. Let's see if we can focus on them.
Here goes Brown to the inside of Mays, entering turns 3 and 4. Diving down low goes to 74.
Knocked Mays up out, or Mays kind of went in too hot, perhaps, but he got up into the slick.
There goes Mays to the high side as they come down to the flag stand. 2 to go. Mays going to try the high side now to see if it can work on Brown. Not going to gain much room, but he did get a kind of a run off of turns 2. We'll see what he can do going down the back stretch.
That inside groove is definitely... Actually, they're more in the middle right now, but up there, that's what we just saw Ryan Nuss lose for 3 or 4 spots being stuck up in that stuff. Of course, Mays couldn't know that. He can't see what we can see, but it's definitely not working out for anyone who gets up there. But Mays might be putting a little pressure. Oh, okay. A little street stock pushing and shoving, which is perfectly allowed. The admins will have a very high tolerance for shenanigans because the street stocks kind of have to bump and shove each other a little bit. It's just part of their racing style.
Checker flag in the air for heat race number 2.
Good race, guys. Good race.
Jason McConnell, Blake Brown, Marcus Mays, Tyler Jackson, and Ryan Ray, top 5.
Ryan Ray, that's a pretty car you got there.
All right, let me see if I fixed this. I don't think I did.
Going into heat race number 3.
Let's see if the stuff shows up correctly now. No, I've still broken it somehow. I don't know what I've done here. All right, heat race number 3. Rod Tucker, a very popular driver in seasons past. Didn't really race a lot last season, though. On the pole, Cole Hendrickson outside of him. 2nd row, Blake Bentley and Tyler Summerlin. 3rd row, Garrett. Okay, I'll leave you that name.
Niebrugger Bragg. I don't know.
And Ryan Stillwell. 4th row, Kevin Kaufman and Joshua Indick. And the 5th row is some more people. Come on, ticker. 5th row. Oh, I just had it. There we go. Joseph Isabel and John Etheridge. 6th row, Mr. Martin and Jay Giblin. And again, I will continue working on that. So,
heat race number 3 got some big names in it. Hostess with the mostest in this one. Jay Isabel's name I recognize. Indick's a name I recognize. Hendrickson's a name I recognize. Yep. Stillwell.
A lot of new.
Kevin Kaufman.
A lot of returning names. I love to see that. Filled up the opening night of this season number 4 of the Maniac Monday. Although I heard you call it Manic Monday again, which always cracks me up. And John, he loves it too. Yeah, so awesome. I'm looking forward to this season. It's our favorite thing to broadcast.
And this season is sponsored by, let me go through and see if I can do them real quick. Tucson Motorsports, Dark Horse Motorsports, Right Hand Construction, AC2 Skins, Four Seasons Roofing and Guttering, Black and White Sports, American Legion Post 264, JIR, Checkers and Wreckers, E Construction Materials, NV Race Graphics, Tucker Body, Peyton Body, and iRacing iFlag.
Look at you go.
And this race is especially sponsored by Right Hand Construction. Ryan Ray Plumbing's putting up all kinds of stuff for this whole season, and the Hub Points Fund for a championship.
All right.
Money.
Green flag is out. Loud pedal is down. We've already got some side-by-side for second place. And it looks like the third row is making their presence known here too. All right. So Rod Tucker, to nobody here in the broadcast booth surprise, is jumped to an early lead. Apparently he's not going to play his games that he did last season where he intentionally tanked just to get some more racing in and get himself in through the DCB mains. Right now he's just saying, let me just go for it. All right, we got the 32 car of Tyler Summerlin coming out of the inside of Blake Bentley. And they are right up the tailpipe of Cole Henriksen. Some racing going on in the back as well, but we're going to keep an eye on this front group because they are just right on top of each other. Ooh, 32 gups on the berm, and man, look at this, side by side, 2x2 right here. These two rows, nobody giving any ground as we have 5 laps to go. Oh, 9 car gets hard up into the 12, not intentionally. I think he just bounced off the berm a little bit. Let's see if the 12 he's going to put a little slide job on, and ooh, wow. That 0 car really made that higher line work. I figured he was dead to rights there, but he got it under control. And look at the track slicking off already, definitely. These street stocks can kind of run in the slick better than the other ones because they just don't have as much power to just spin. I mean, they will spin. You still got to play it with the throttle, but it's not like a super late model in the slick where you can't put much more than half throttle on them to keep the traction. All right, looks like it's starting to settle in, and Rod Tucker, Tyler Summerlin, and Cole Henriksen are pretty solid first, second, and third. There's still a battle for fourth as they, 9 car gets in the back of 12, gets himself loose, will knock himself out of the running, and that gives the window of opportunity for that bright yellow. Is that a 19 car?
I believe so.
Can't really tell from the font. Well, that either way, it's Garrett. It's Garrett. Sorry, Garrett. That's the most I'm going to give you because
GG.
GN. It's Garrett
That's what I say.
Niebruga. Well, hopefully we get to talk to him and ask him how to pronounce it. GN. I'm just going to say Garrett. All right, 2 sticks are in the air as we come around. No, I'm sorry, the white flag is in the air as we come around one last time. Rod Tucker absolutely running away with it. And those two, the 12 and the 9, still banging doors. See who gets it, because I don't know who the transfer spot is, but it might be those two. So this may be they're fighting their way in to punch their ticket into the main event and not have to come up through the B main. Oh, a little interesting. I don't know what that was. Oh, we're way on the outside. Oh, the race is over. Hey.
Tom Recker says Nibre G is how he says his name.
All right, I'll trust the fellow broadcaster /
sponsor, racer, something.
And, of course, vlogger, popular. What is the word? Not podcast. What's the word?
Podcast.
No, but they're not. They do video, too. Don't they?
Vloggers?
Vlogger?
Yeah.
I don't know, Tom. What do you guys go by?
Broadcasters, announcers.
Jacks
Vloggers,
of all trade.
Vloggers, racers, sponsors. That's what they are.
Checkers and records. That's what they are.
All right, heat race number 4. I can do it without it. It's fine.
Okay, good. Go.
All right, Jamie Reed and Evan C. on the front row. S. Watts. Ooh, I didn't know your first name. I totally just blanked.
Scotty.
Scotty Watts. And then in 4th is Steve Robbins. 5th is going to be Tristan Carmen. And 6th is going to be Daniel Cummings Jr. 7th is going to be Christopher Wade. And 8th is going
Brett Holman.
Brent Holman. 9th is going to be
somebody.
Schmidt. 10th is Odom. 11th is McBride. And 12th is Harp.
I'm so sorry, guys. Again, it's just the first race back since last fall.
They'll go with podcast.
Okay.
Jack of Masters of None.
Yeah, that's me. Jack of all masters of none.
All right, my co-host has been summoned again. I guess I will carry the show like I normally do.
Whoa.
All right. 2 big names up front. You've got Jamie Reed and Evan C. And I know, Evan, I still am not saying your last name right. I'm sorry. So, look for Jamie and Evan to do some damage here in the front row as we are set to go green flag racing heat race number 4, Maniac Monday, Monsters of Dirt, as Jamie Reed goes into turn 1 and 2 low. And look for Scotty Watts going down low to Evan. See if he can make that bottom line work. That's where it's been working all night as Scotty goes back down low. Seeing if he can make that groove work. Looks like Evan is going to have the second position for now as they still battle going into turns 1 and 2. Seeing what all they can do right now. The 24 and 4 having their battle of their own. That's going to be between the Steve Robbins and Tristan Carmen.
Hello.
All right, keep an eye out on the 71 of Scotty Watts and Evan in the 33 machine.
Who is that purple car? That's awesome.
So that would be Scott Watts.
Scotty Watts? That is wicked. Tell you what, this heat racing has not been, I mean, I guess the first heat race was pretty single file. I take it from your reaction. I missed it. But every heat race that I've seen so far, we've got plenty of racing action, so this should be a fun night, as Knoxville usually is. Great way to kick off this season number 4 of Maniac Monday, brought to you by Monsters of Dirt.
The 24 of Daniel Cummings Jr. has a fan in the chat. Brad Haldane. I think I said that right. And Jamie Reed's got a fan in the chat. Neely
Jabba John.
Jabba.
Dude, that is the greatest name I've ever seen. I love that.
All right, so top 4 seems to have worked its way out, and they are single file.
49 car, Brett Holman getting into the side of someone. 57, I guess, who just did a crossover and maybe returning the favor, pushing him high up off the groove. It's a clean but frustrating move. Looks like Brett has recovered. Oh, someone bouncing off the wall in the back there. 112 of Scotty McBride. And these two are still battling out between the 57 of James Smith and Brett Holman. What was that look?
3 laps left as they go into turn 4. And right now the top 4 has pretty much stayed the same.
Sticks in the air. Ooh, 23 car went into the pits and something happened to him. Chase Odom is parking it. He's going to try to come back in the D main, I suppose. Jabba John, that is outstanding.
All right, white flag in the air as they go by the flag stand. It's going to look like Reed, Say, Watson, Robbins, and Evan. I'm sorry, I didn't say that right again.
What?
C or Say?
I think it's Say. Oh, I don't remember now. no, I'm not sure. Oh, look at this. He is right up on Jamie's butt. Won't have enough on this last lap to do anything. Scotty Watts maybe almost had a chance, so that was a very interesting final turn, but it will end Reed, Say, or C, Watts,
C.
Robbins,
All right, guys, solid race.
DCJ.
Just realized something with Mr. Robbins and Reed transfer. That means all 3 of our champions from last year, Corey Whitworth, Steve Robbins, and Jamie Reed, are all in the feature.
75?
Good job, guys.
All right, that was Race Master Hostess with the mostest. John talking to the crowd and us and everyone who can hear.
You just got to stop me when he's talking so I know.
So our 3 champions from last season all made it into the race.
Awesome.
And we are in heat race number 5.
All right, on the pole, we got Matthew Everts, and outside of him, Eric Caskey. Second row, Caleb Ramsey and Austin McClone. Third row, Dylan Petty and Adam Scalia. Fourth row will be Tyler, I think, Batten. And Anthony Caudill. Next row is Mr. Adam Zach, and I lost it.
Where were you?
I don't remember. I'll remember seeing. Oh, Adam, Zach, and Jordan, and then we got Weinkoff and Stevens. Daniel Stevens, I can't remember. So yeah, apologies again. I'll get the graphics working. I don't really know why they're not, but, you know, first night jitters. It's always embarrassing for the technical half, and that's me. I bring the brains. CC brings the talent.
They had 62 cars in under 4 minutes fill this room, if that tells you how popular Monsters of Dirt is and the street stock race.
No, absolutely. All the races do pretty well, from what I understand. So you can catch any style of racing that you can imagine here. Monsters of Dirt has a race for it every night of the week, pretty much 5 or 6 nights a week. So $10 buys you into all of them. So come join and enjoy some good hard racing. All right, green flag is out, loud pedal is down, and we're going to get underway for this heat race number 5, 6?
5.
Whichever one we're on. Whoop, whoop, watch that berm. That'll get you. Ooh. Tight racing everywhere. It's kind of hard to say where to look right now. I got a good battle for second, almost 3 wide. Behind them, we've got a couple of bunched up cars as well. And now Knoxville is going to get fun because it's pretty much slick top to bottom. There's a little bit of a nice groove coming out of turn 2 there, but not much anywhere else. So you're going to be able to see lines, cars running all sorts of different lines and making it work. So
3 wide for second place right there. That looks like the 13 of Caleb Ramsey is going to hold on to that spot as the number 5 machine of Dylan Petty. That's a name everyone should know.
13 going way wide in 3 and 4. And yeah, it looks like it works. So looks like the outside is coming in 3 and 4, and it's sort of a middle groove sort of in 1 and 2. Because the one car there stayed on the outside and didn't make any ground up over the 29. So, yeah, 3-4 is the high line, 1-2 is the middle, maybe even the low line. So you guys got to be paying attention. That's one thing I slack in, is when the track changes its conditions, is I don't adapt quick enough to where the fastest line is. It's something I got to work on. But these guys are all considerably higher I ratings than me. So.
There goes the 5 machine of Petty.
He's going to bump. 13 holds it together. That was a good recovery. Don't know if that was a slide job or just a out of control, went in there too hot and slid up. That time he held it in better. But Dylan Petty doing everything he can to try to get around Caleb Ramsey, but Caleb is holding his own. Wow, that
Austin McLaughlin
shot out of a cannon.
Took the low side and was definitely trying to make it stick. It doesn't look like it's going to.
I think he went in there way hot and braked way late, which is why it looked like he had such a run, but it was just an exaggerated entry.
2 sticks in the air as we are down the back stretch.
Oh, almost 3 wide. Oh, McLaughlin just McGlone? Oh.
Again with the 1 machine of Eric Caskey.
That's not going to be some good blood between those two. I guarantee you there's some words being exchanged.
Right, white flag as they went by the flag stand. 1 more to go here in Knoxville for heat race number 5.
Now poor Caskey got rid of one problem. Now he's got another one. The 31 car of Tyler Batten.
All right, so you're going to have Everts, Ramsey, Petty, Scalia, Caskey. Whoa.
No, Batten
at the last second got in. We'll have to see who is transferring 4 or 5.
Let's see here. We've got our D main coming up next. So this is the last chance qualifier. These guys got to win the D main, or I'm sorry, they got to be the top something. I can maybe see. Sometimes I can do this. Just kidding.
You ain't doing anything, apparently.
Nope. Let's see here. Hang on. Top 4. This is the C main, top 4. And then they're going to take top 4 out of B main. No. D main. This is the D main. 4 out of the D main will advance to C. Out of the C main, 4 will advance to B. Out of the B main, top 5 will go to feature. So it's 4, 4, 5. Help me remember that. you gonna help me?
Carrying over all night.
Remember that? All right, good talk. All right, on the pole in this D main, we got Dominic Weinkoff, Charity Kilgore on his outside, Nick Roby and Ryan Martin in the second row. Third row, we got Brent Holman and Gavin Jordan. Fourth row is
Make it to the C main. We will throw cautions if need be. If it's just a couple cars that keep it going straight, we're not going to throw a caution.
Okay, so sorry, John, race control, just putting things together. Fourth row, we got Stevens and Berger. Fifth row is Giblin and Odom. Sixth row, Stevens and Clatterbuck and Mr. Allen bringing up the rear. Top 4 advance. So the way that the last chance qualifiers work here in iRacing is that this is the D main. The top 4 from the D main will advance and start on the back of the C main. Then the top 4 of the C main will advance and start in the back of the B main, and then the top 5 from the B main will go to the feature. Everyone else will throw it in the hauler and go home. CCNLJ's tradition is to keep an eye on the bubble car, as we call it. So we're going to keep an eye on 4th place and go from there.
Which is the 94 of Martin, that black and blue traditional paint scheme. Whoa, as
someone's blinking like
somebody
crazy.
Was blinking. Looks like the 999 who was in second, Mr. Kilgore, already trying to make his way back up through the field as he blinked and lost a couple of spots.
Oh, that was bad luck for 94, who saved it.
Saved it. How in the world?
What a save.
Thank God for the berm. Whoa.
Oh, they're going to get into each other some more. There goes
Playing
the 11.
ping pong. Cars around.
This will definitely throw a caution. Yep, there it is.
All right, this is our first caution of the night.
First caution of the season. High five. All right. Why are we celebrating cautions? I don't know. All right, so that was an exciting beginning. I do not trust my replay system right now since my graphics are kind of out of whack. But, I mean, we kind of saw the action as it unfolded. It was sort of a extended thing. Cars were bouncing off each other, saved it, but it caused an accordion effect that people eventually just ran over each other. Didn't really look like anything was dirty or intentional. I think it was just a lot of cars bunched up on that start. And someone hit the berm and just caused an effect. So,
Charity Kilgore, if you got away.
Currently, we have top 4: Dominic Weinkoff, Brent Holman, Nick Roby, and Christopher Berger are right now your transfer spots. But we're still going to have about 6 to go, maybe 7 to go on the restart. Although we have not gotten the 1 to go signal yet for some reason. Probably because the 48 car went in the pits. So Joseph Allen may be parked, maybe putting it in the hauler and heading home, because he's already been in for 1 full lap. We're CCNLJ, and thank you so much for joining us and welcoming us to the 2020 new year. A little bit about us. We are both live track broadcasters, play-by-play / infield announcing at our local track here in Bulls Gap, Tennessee, in eastern Tennessee, about an hour west of Knoxville on I-81. Come on down, give us a shot. It's a pretty fast and well-banked quarter-mile or third-mile track, so we have a lot of fun down there. All right, we're getting the 1 to go, so they're going to come around 3 and 4. Pace truck will get out of the way, and then we will go back to racing action. And again, we're going to follow the bubble car, which is Mr. Christopher Berger on the restart. Not very classic-looking paint job as well. Pennzoil colors. All right, we are back underway. Let's see what these guys can do. As the 94 of Ryan Martin is peeking there inside. Oh, and hooks Brent Holman, knocks him out, and that will of course pull out a caution. And they're still spinning and whatnot back there.
All right, guys, come on now.
We'll see if we can take a peek at what happened there. I'll try the replay system since I did not catch it. It's not him. Who was it? Who was it? So he was somewhat involved. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Okay. Sorry. Oh. Let's see here. There was the action. Who was it? Yeah. I can't figure it out, so apologies. So many cars. So many cars to keep track of. All right. 5 to go. They are lining back up, and it's Weinkauf, Homan, Berger, and now Gavin Jordan has moved up to the bubble spot. 4/10. Well, that's 2/5, Zach. As Zach Owen, our flag man, is jumping in the chat to chastise me for not knowing our track's actual length. Don't. Now she's giving me a look. I was explaining our credentials, and I said...
Clearly you have 0 if you don't know how long track you announce at.
2/5, 4/10. Who says it like that? I said a third. That's like really close to that. Third mile? It's a third mile.
You say 4/10. Anyone says, how big is the gap? 4/10.
Okay.
No one says a third of a mile.
Hey,
you know,
this race is going.
Let's just turn it into kilometers or something. Maybe then they'll really understand.
I hate you right now. All right. That's why you're the brains and I'm the tech. All right, here we go. As the 2-car makes his way back up, Christopher Berger into the 3rd spot. They are jockeying. Now, again, these last chance qualifiers, you see desperation as only the top 4 make it. Everybody else is going home.
Sounds like me.
You stink of desperation?
Yeah.
All right, looks like the 94 Ryan Martin is holding down the bubble position right now, but Christopher Berger maybe getting in trouble. Oh, no! Another one.
Around goes the 11 machine.
That hurt.
Oh, gosh.
He just died.
Get rolling, guys. Last lap.
All right, he was in the bubble, and he is not no mo. Take back a look here. The final lap, white flag is waving, and it looks like top 4 are, unless the 94 and 13 do something silly here and get into each other, which I don't foresee. And it looks like it will be Homan, Weinkauf, Martin, and Berger moving on to the C main, and their night continues. The rest of the field will throw it in the holler and head home. All right, so yeah, we typically do see the last chance qualifiers for BC mains be very
That's what we want, guys.
because I mean, it's winter go home, so you see a lot more desperation slides and desperation moves, extra bumps in these than you do in the heat races or definitely in the feature. So not all that surprised by that, but hopefully it's a little cleaner because 2 cautions in a 12-lap race is a little bit much. And the C-Main here will be 15 laps. And again, top 4 only out of these cars will be advancing. So, who do we got on the pole? Deponette and Isabel. 2nd row is McBride and McGlone. 3rd row is Williams and Mersdorf. 4th row is Hostess with the Moses, Etheridge, and Harp. 5th row is Adam, Zach, and Hilliard. 6th row, Allen and Indek. 7th row, Wade and Homan. 8th row, Weinkauf, Martin, and Berger, bringing up the 9th row. So we got 17 cars in the C main, and only 4 going to make it. So 13 cars going home this race. So
then 1 machine of Ramsey is from Tennessee.
Hey, local.
I don't know where Westmoreland is. In reference to Nashville, are you west of Nashville or east of Nashville?
Can you say Nashville?
Tennessee Backwoods Racing. Agreed, but which backwoods? East backwoods or west backwoods?
Yeah, Tennessee has lots of backwoods, so that doesn't narrow it down very much. You got 12 hours east to west of a state with mostly backwoods. So,
North. Oh, that is
You can get from
East,
north,
west.
You can get from Kentucky to North
Near
Carolina
Gatlin.
in an hour and a half.
Where's Gatlin?
Gatlinburg?
No. Floridian, you stick to yourself. You know nothing about
You said
Tennessee.
Gatlin. I thought you were.
It's a city. My God.
Your face is a city.
Gatlin. I kind of know where you're at, Caleb.
You
We
don't know
are
anything.
an hour
I already
east
said
of
where.
Knoxville,
I said that.
right near Bristol Motor Speedway. But you didn't say that.
I didn't say anything about Bristol.
Racing terms.
I was talking about where the track is.
NASCAR.
I said where
Yeehaw.
Bulls Gap is, which I don't know the length of, apparently. All right, who's on the bubble?
My co-host knows nothing.
I know nothing.
If you have questions, please ask me.
Yep, CC's the brains.
And everything. All right. Green flag
Fix
for
the
the
graphics.
C main.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure there's a Google how-to.
Go ahead.
Lots of action. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
The 11, the
Oh, God.
112,
They're still banging.
a ricochet.
They all held it together. Oh, they're still banging off each other in the back, though. All right, but looks like they've got things sorted out. Who's our top?
The bubble is
four.
going to be
Mersdorf,
Jason Mersdorf.
who is running pretty much by himself. Oh, dear.
Oh.
Well, actually, everyone seems to be doing that. And we saw some people doing that in the hot laps, too. So.
Wall riding is a thing.
Yeah.
That's the difference between
Except
real
for-
racing and iRacing.
Except for at one track that's on iRacing now. You can't wall ride at Lernerville. You couldn't say Nashville a minute ago, so shut up. Shut up. Oh my God. He just like launched off the wall and lost 2 spots. Oh, and another one. What are they doing? Did they change the wall or something? These guys really look like they don't know how long it is. So Mersdorf is suddenly running up to third and definitely making a push for the lead that you gotta hope they don't get together. But in the bubble spot, though, it's getting... Oh, God, the bubble just wrecked. Oh, somebody upside down. And that was John, poor John. And the admin / host will throw the caution.
Blake, definite.
What?
Definite.
Definite? Yeah.
Definite. His wife, Tom Wrecker, I'm not a fan of your husband anymore. Yeah, well, it comes in waves. You'll
It comes and goes.
Yeah. His wife won the Powder Puff race that Backwards Hat Productions did. We were actually just watching that because Cece might want to do one of those soon.
Yeah.
So his wife, I know, was up front and I think won the thing. So husband and wife racing.
There you go. Well, we already have a paint scheme for you from your limited late model race last year.
It was beautiful.
It was. It's Kin Skins, our buddy. All right, so Justin Williams is on the bubble now, I think.
Oh, his sister. Sorry.
Well, what state's he from? Because that could that could be the same thing. Who is it? Dippin'
Dippin'
out of Ohio? No, probably not the same thing in Ohio.
Nope.
A little south and a little east in Kentucky, then we may be talking.
Tennessee?
Okay, or here.
Hey, Brian Wax just joined our
Hey, Waxman.
channel.
I haven't talked to him in a while.
Ohio. It's not the same. No.
Oh,
you're
no.
right.
I totally agree. That's why I said, okay, sister, not wife. Around here, it's iffy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1 to go. One more lap of caution. The 54 car comes in for maybe a quick repair, maybe to call it a night. I can't tell.
And the Championship Points Fund is sponsored by The Hub. And this series is sponsored by Ryan Ray Plumbing. And tonight's season opener in Knoxville, Right Hand Construction is the name of the game.
I wonder what that means.
What?
Right hand construction.
I don't know.
Is your right hand better than your left hand? Do they build better things?
Like right-handed, I don't freaking know. All right, green flag is back in the air. I'm going to talk about something I do know, which is racing the way it ought to be. Here at Knoxville, 2 wide for a second. It's going to be between the 003 and the 6 machine of Isabel.
Uh-oh, 53 is making a move for that bubble. Christopher Wade coming up inside of the 10, but oh, he just gets a little too much on that berm, loses his momentum.
Almost 4 wide for second. Yeah. Hello.
But I got to think, again, top 4, got to take it easy. Don't race each other too hard because you're in. Your ticket's punched to the B main. You get a little wiggly and loose or get a little silly, then you're not making it to the B main no more.
Justin Williams in the 10 machine. That would be you.
And the 11 right next to him, Eric Hilliard, trying to find a way around the outside. Might get it here with 5 to go as they cross the line right there. And it's pretty much side by side for that bubble spot. So we're watching that 11 and that 10, and now the 53 sticking his nose up there to see what he can do.
Battle for the lead, though. Isabel and Depinet was battling for that first position. Well, we had a battle for the transfer spot, and still...
Yeah, and Eric Hilliard does edge out right now. So now it is Justin trying to fight his way back.
3 wide for transfer spot. Looks like the 10 machine...
Here goes Justin. He's going to send it down low. Will he have enough momentum to slide? He will not. But he did make up a little momentum, and he's now basically side by side. So he's got to do that a couple more times to get back his spot and make it to the B main.
3 laps left. Does Justin Williams have anything left? The 53 machine's going to wonder
if he's got anything. Oh, John Etheridge just spun himself out, it almost looked like. I hope that doesn't pull a caution. He probably will just park it and get out of the way. Or maybe he saved it.
You can see inside the 10 machine of Williams just how hard he is working that wheel to try to get that 4th spot back. Diving down low, giving it pretty much all he's got. Now he's pretty much door to door with the 11 as he goes into turns 3 and 4. And they will come to the flag stand with 2 laps to go here in the C main. There goes Justin trying to battle for that 4th position again, diving down low to the 11 machine.
Ooh, that was a good turn.
Edged him out, coming down the back stretch. We'll have to see. Got a little loose, but it's going to dive it down low, sending it hard.
This is the last corner of the race. You've got to send it here.
Sending it, he is.
No, I think 11's going to get the run off the outside. I don't know. It's going to be awful close.
Keep an eye on 4.
I think 11 edged it out. I think Eric Hilliard got it. He did. So... transfers are Depinet, Isabel, Mersdorf, and Hilliard with Williams with an honorable mention. A heck of a fight. Good effort. Try again next week, sir. But for tonight, you're going home. I couldn't think of a song. I was trying to think of a song that would be going... Why are you giving me that look? I have a hostile work environment, folks. I have no freedom, artistic freedom of expression here. She's got both hands up blocking my face.
I have a feeling people on Facebook would very much disagree.
No, they always want me to sing.
Artistic opinions are very out there, and you are not afraid to voice them.
What?
John Etheridge would agree.
I'm an angel.
Brian Wax is in here. He would agree. Who else is in here? Scott Dobbs would agree.
McConnell would definitely agree. McConnell and I have had plenty of heated.
Mays is in here. He disagrees.
All right, B main. Top 5 from the B main advancing to the final. We've got Van and Ray on the front row. Bentley on the second row with... there's so many cars. It's taking a while for the ticker to get back around. Nope.
Wow.
Bentley and Daniel Cummings Jr., Mr. Burton, Nuss, Stillwell, Carman, Kasky, and Littoral.
You've said these names before.
Schmidt,
say them correctly.
Caudill. It's been a while. Gibbs, Depinet, Isabel, Mersdorf, and bringing up the rear is Mr. Eric Hilliard, who we just saw.
God.
I've had hospital visits for my brain recently. I have an excuse. Leave me alone.
They didn't help you very much.
Yeah, it didn't really make that much of a difference. All right, so top 5. So the bubble spot is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Ryan Nuss, I believe, who is in. Nope, is it Batten? What? No, okay, software. Stop it.
Lord have mercy, can you read? Number 4 is going to be the
5. Bat.
Oh, that the 31 machine.
Wow, why'd you say that with so much venom in your voice? Nope, it ain't 31.
Because I'm a snake.
Oh my God! All right, Batten is blinking really bad, so I can't concentrate on him. Who's 4th?
I'm a snake.
You're
Daniel Cummings Jr.
Which is number
24, Jeff Gordon. My man. Oh, shit.
That's what you get talking shit. All right.
Thanks for spending your Monday night with us.
As always.
First Monday in January.
Yep.
2020. Happy New Year.
I'm Barbara Walters. This is 2020. All right, green flag's out. Loud pedals are down. Let's go. Top 5 making it to the feature out of this B main. Coming up next.
18 laps. Whoa. Watch all that madness going on in the back.
Oh my God, they're 4 wide. They are legitimately 4 wide coming out of turn 2.
And still going, the 56 and 4 and the 9 are just going to keep on coming up through the field like that, I guess.
Oh, we got a car sideways, the 99 car of Person, and the 33. Are they going to pull a caution?
John said, I know you can't hear because we don't have our headphones.
Uh-oh.
One around Ryan Ray.
Jeez, I didn't see if he got pushed or if he just got loose. But we have a new leader, Nick Van.
But John was saying he's not really going to cause much cautions unless they're just completely backwards and all kinds of things.
Okay.
So being more lenient on cautions, we know they called a lot of cautions last season. So maybe that's something they're trying to work on.
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going down the
DC going to the low side for the lead here. We'll see what he can do with the 12 machine of Bentley on the high side.
I like that gray car. Who's that?
Van. Nick
gorgeous.
Van.
All right, so top 5 we got Bentley, Cummings Jr., Van, Burton, and Caskey is top 5 right now. Although Caskey has Ryan Stillwell right on his door there, basically side by side, so that's anybody's position there.
He's got Stillwell and Literal right behind him, 2 big guys that I don't know if I want to see in my rearview mirror, so we'll see what happens with him as he's still holding on to the transfer 5 position. They were almost 3 wide for 4th, 1 and 15 and 9. See what happens when the 9 dives down low to see if he can.
Yeah, he keeps trying. That Stillwell does, but I think it's just too slick. But right now, you got to be up high to get into the traction. Nice battle for the lead, but again, we're mostly concerned with the transfer spots here in the B main, so we're going to keep the camera on them just to see what happens, and especially since they're racing really good. Stillwell and Caskey are going at it pretty hard.
Cummings Jr. diving low to Bentley, see if he can take that lead position. It does look like maybe barely coming into turns 1 and 2. He has a slight advantage.
Oh, Caskey got sideways. Actually didn't lose some momentum. He still caught up and had to bump Stillwell. Oh, and Caskey stuck behind Stillwell with the 68 on his top side, Darren Literal. Still battling hard for the lead. That's great, but I think they're giving each other enough space, recognizing that, that's one more position in the future, but if you wreck each other, then you're not making it in the future. So
10 laps to go in this B main.
Did the lights just flicker?
I don't know.
I hope not. If we suddenly go offline, we might have lost power.
All right, you see Cummings Jr. still trying to take over that 12th position.
Good by the Kush, not by the Kush up there. Oh no! There goes Stillwell. Just barely bumped into the Literal and just completely lost his... Oh no! And Literal gets hard up into the wall and damages the crap out of the front end of his car. So how do we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So now the 11 car suddenly jumped up to the transfer spot. Go him. Who is the 11 car? So helpful. Well, they're crossing the line now, so the software should update.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, you're going to wait a second.
Eric Hilliard?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Eric is going to be your transfer spot now. Keep an eye on the red and white 11 machine.
He's got quite a bit of space between him and Literal, who's got significant damage to the front end of his car. did hit that Burton wall pretty hard. I don't know if he has any suspension damage or not. But he doesn't seem to be able to make any ground up as we have another battle for the lead is still side by side. They've been side by side, I think, the entire race, so that's pretty fun to watch.
7 laps to go as they make their way into turns 3 and 4.
All right, Littoral has caught up to Hilliard, so... Oh, no, and Hilliard gets in the wall a little bit, but just the right amount to keep his momentum up. And now Caskey is back in the mix as well.
Good for him.
Yeah. And he is pushing and shoving Littoral. And look at this. For some, I don't know why the 11 went down low like that.
Maybe he thinks that line will work a little better for him. It is eating it. It's doing a pretty good job of staying
but if it doesn't, they're just gonna blow by him.
Looks like he held on to it and even passing that for that position. So now he's going to try the high side.
That's why he's racing and I'm in the booth. Shows what I know.
All right, see what the 19 machine's going to go low to the 11.
Yeah, Burton's now in the same kind of boat, so we'll see how he does it. He tried the slide job. Littoral now sees a window of opportunity. He came right down. Burton came right down on him, but he has recovered. And they're bumping and grinding. Watch out.
3 wide.
4 car came out of nowhere.
All
Tristan
right.
Carmen.
High fives in the air as we come down into turns 3 and 4. Again, we're keeping an eye on the transfer, which is going to be the 5.
Leaders are still side by side battling it out. Good for them. But this is too exciting to turn the camera away. We have no choice but to watch this. All right, Littoral side by side with Tristan Carmen, Eric Caskey pushing both of them, trying to find a way around either one of them. Won't do him any good to pass Littoral. Wow, he barely had a little window to slide up into there. That was pretty cool, pretty impressive. And actually, credit goes to Burton for doing a crossover move. Oh, Burton gets pushed hard into the wall. Oh, and he does go around. And there goes Littoral and Caskey. So all the guys that were fighting for that position are knocked out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's in the transfer now? Who's after them? Burton in the 19? Is he still in it? Yeah, there we go. All right, no, it's the 4 car of Tristan Carmen has moved up to the transfer spot as we have 2. Oh, they will throw the caution?
Yeah, that car was completely sideways around in a circle.
Oh, okay.
At a standstill. So we'll have a green-white checker to end the B main.
I'm not sure the B main will have a green-white checker. Oh, John said so? Okay, cool.
And it's already, fixed itself.
Oh, yes, there's 3 to go. You're right. All right. So, pretty exciting B main. I feel bad for Caskey and Littoral and company, although Littoral's back up there. Did he survive that?
Seems like it.
I guess so, huh?
And again, we would like to take a time
to
thank our sponsors, Twisted Motorsports, Dark Horse Motorsports, Right Hand Construction, AC2 Skins, Four Seasons Roofing and Guttering, Black and White Sports, American Legion, Post 264, JIR, Checkers and Wreckers, E-Construction Material, NV Racing Graphics, Tucker's Paint and Body, and iRacing iFlag. And the Hub for sponsoring the points fund for the championship this season.
And of course, Right Hand Construction for tonight's race.
And Ryan Ray Plumbing for hosting the whole season.
Awesome. And this is a 75-lap feature in Knoxville coming up right after this green-white checkered restart here from the B main. We're looking at the top 5 transferring right now as Daniel Cummings Jr., Blake Bentley, Nick Van, Eric Hilliard, and Tristan Carmen right now. So 1 to go. They're going to make one more lap around the pace. The pace truck will get the heck out of the way, and we'll get this green-white checkered going. Then we will have a 5-minute warm-up, and then we will be going live at Knoxville. 75 laps coming up right after that.
All right.
Do you have your ears in still?
Bunched back. No. Bunched back up, and we are green flag for a green-white checker here for the B main at Knoxville. Lots of racing action is going to happen right here. This is it.
Oh, there we go.
56 around, collecting.
Get them going straight, guys. We ain't throwing no cautions. Don't let the white flag.
Race control says no cautions at all, no matter what, so keep on racing. Oh, literal, still bouncing off the wall. Man, his pit boss is going to hate him tonight.
All eyes are on the floor machine of Tristan Carmen. That floor machine is the bubble.
They're 3 wide for that bubble spot. At least they were going into the corner.
All right, last lap as they make their way down the back stretch in turns 3 and 4.
James Smith has a real good chance at this if he makes a good inside line here. It's going to be close. Oh, a little door bang action on another one.
Is going to take that transfer spot.
Oh, Tristan could not hold on after. Oh, did he make it? Yes, Schmidt did pull it off at the last second. So we got Cummings Jr., Bentley, Van Hilliard, and Schmidt making their way to the final. What did you do with our music? Where did you hide it? There it is. All right, so we got a 5-minute warm-up real quick, so we'll just let the camera roam on whoever it likes, and we will be right back in just a moment.
Yeah, that's between drivers there, boys, unless it causes a caution or is a big deal. Y'all rub doors coming to it. That's the way it goes. Just know you can do it to him next time. But if you cause a caution, you go to the back. But for real, that wasn't even a wreck, man. That was just a bunch of rubbing, and I don't know if y'all know, but this is the street stock series. I don't want y'all killing each other, but these cars it don't hurt y'all that bad to rub a little door.
All right, thanks for waiting. They've got about a minute of warm-up left, so we figured we'd come back and talk. What are we going to talk about?
Is that a good idea? Does anybody want to hear us talk?
Oh, they want to hear me sing. That's a good point.
Stay tuned to CCNLJ's Facebook page in the coming week.
Maybe, yeah.
Or next week. Or maybe we'll come on early next Monday. We have an announcement to make. That's all I'm going to say.
Dun, dun, dun. The suspense is killing me.
Just a little tease for you.
You can tell me at least?
Nope.
I never know anything. I'm just here for my good looks and my singing voice. Right? No? All right. Womp womp. Yeah. Where are we at next week? I'm going to throw you under the bus.
All right, guys, let's run a good race.
You are not going to throw me under the bus.
Where are we at?
A lot of build-up for this one race. I think y'all are
Volusia.
Really good.
Got three
really good track
previous
for the
champions. Bunch of guys who've won races before in our Street Stock Series. Put on a show. Good luck.
All right, admin says let's put on a show and good luck. Let's see what these guys got. Really wish that I had spent the 5 minutes in the break of fixing the graphics, but I didn't. All right, on the pole is... Oh, let me see this here. You guys like the sound of me grunting? Isn't that awesome? All right, on the pole tonight on this 75-lap leap feature at Knoxville, we got Bailey Hipp. Outside of him is Jason McConnell. Second row, Rod Tucker, Jamie Reed. On the third row, Matthew Everts and Brian Dean. Fourth row, we've got Blake Brown and Tyler Summerlin. Fifth row is Evan C. and Caleb Ramsey. Sixth row, Corey Whitworth, our
Six.
This will be his sixth. So he's currently on a 5-win streak here with Monsters of Dirt, Maniac Monday. Came out of nowhere to win the championship last year. It was a really cool story. He'll be starting 11th next to Marcus Mays. On the 7th row, we got Cole Henriksen and Scotty Watts. 8th row, Dylan Petty and Robert Tucker. 9th row is Tyler Jackson and Garrett. 10th row is Steve. And CC was just... 10th row was Steve Robbins and Adam Scalia. 11th row, Daniel Cummings Jr. and Blake Brantley. 12th row is Nick Van and Eric Hilliard and James Schmidt bringing up the rear. I almost killed my co-host. She was drinking sweet tea right when I said that and snorted half of it out and choked on the rest, and she's over here not able to breathe. I'm so happy about that. I did that. Oh my God. She's drowning in sweet tea. Oh, I love it. You're welcome. You good?
Oh God, help me, Jesus.
Help me, baby Jesus. All right, we're going to watch the leaders on the start of this race, and then we'll kind of take a peek around the track if we get a chance. But the green flag is down, the loud pedal is down, and here we go.
We did not make our picks or cautions.
No, because you were dying. Yeah.
I died from sweet tea.
There are worse ways to go. All right, Bailey Hipp is jumped out to a nice early lead. But we got Rod Tucker, no surprise, making a dive inside and has already passed McConnell for second. And it looks like we got two groups, one running the inside, one running the outside, and that's why I love Knoxville.
Bailey Hipp really ran off with his heat race. I am going to stick with that 28 machine.
I'm going to go with Jamie Reed. I hadn't seen him do much, so congratulations, Jamie. You've just been cursed.
And in case you don't know, anytime LJ picks anyone, they don't do that well.
It's not that they don't do well. They get just creamed and destroyed, and they're out of it. So Jamie Reed battling hard next to Mitch McConnell, but we still have a race for the lead. Rod Tucker trying to do what he can do to get underneath Bailey Hipp. These are two very fast cars, so I expect some hard racing here at the lead.
Yeah, lots of familiar names. The only one I really don't recognize is Everett.
Yeah, I don't know Everett either.
But from 1 through 10, I recognize everybody else. So, we shall see Tyler Jackson up and down to 15th and Dylan Petty, familiar name, at 13th.
Corey Whitworth, of course, who has moved up 2 spots to 9th.
Tyler Summerlin was 8th and is all the way back to 13th. Must have not got a good start.
Don't know. I mean, they're really backed up on the back of the pack here. Let's try to take a look at the rest of the field. I mean, Bailey and Rod are definitely battling it out, but we'll see if anything else is going on here.
3 wide.
3 wide for 8th here.
And that's going to be between the 5, the 13, and the 99.
Which would be Jamie Reed, Corey Whitworth, and Brian Dean.
Yeah, keep an eye out on the machine of Whitworth, the 69 machine, because he
a couple times last year
has came back from everything that you could think of.
He wasn't even a name we were mentioning half the race, and suddenly, boom, there he is in the lead. And then he run away with it. Yeah.
Wasn't really a points contender, and then all of a sudden he was there and
I don't even think he was top 30 with 5 weeks to go, and then won the 5 in a row and won the championship on the final night. It was great. Great feel-good story. All right, they are still battling hard, these three. They're still 3 wide for their position.
Again, the 99 machine of Dean trying to split the 2. Looks like Reed was able to gain the positions out of all of that madness. Looks like Rod Tucker's dropped back to 4th as he was battling with the lead. And now Everett and McConnell are 2-3, still trying to take the lead from Bailey Hipp, who's already got a full 2nd lead and a 2.5 seconds over 3rd.
God, they are so bunched up. I mean, it's remarkable watching how close they are to each other, and we're just cruising. All right, the 119 and the 73 are off the pace, so they must have gotten in a little trouble. Adam Scalia and Steve Robbins.
And this is why you talk about them and not do what they do.
That's absolutely right.
A car wall run, that would be the 32 machine of Tyler Summerlin. Jamie Reed qualified 4th and is in 8th right now. Corey Whitworth qualified 11th and is now sitting in 7th.
Doing what he does. And look at my pick has dropped 4 spots. You're welcome, Jamie. Who'd you pick again? No. Go for the easy pick, why don't you?
I went with him because he was killing his heat race, which he was gone for, so you wouldn't know. But he did good in his heat race. And he's a promising pick anyways.
No, yeah, for sure. Great driver.
All right, as they are getting ready to come to the flag stand, and we've already got 12 in the books here at Knoxville. Whoa, Mays completely off her wheels in the air. Kind of just bounced off the wall.
One way to do it.
Rod Tucker says it's go time in the chat. Keep an eye on
Rod Tucker just chatted while he's racing.
Correct.
Outstanding. Well, Rod, you're down to 5th, buddy.
Caution is out.
Don't see
73 in the 119 machine. Maybe?
Oh, looks like the 24, perhaps. Daniel Cummings Jr.
Caution number 1.
We didn't pick our cautions. I don't think I want to. Yeah, Daniel Cummings Jr. going in. Everybody gets 1 quick repair. And did you mention anything about the incidence limit?
No, I don't know how many it is.
I don't know how many it is, but there's a limit.
Yeah. Do you want to explain that?
Absolutely. So there is an incident limit here with Monsters of Dirt. Oh, it was the 32 got pushed around.
Nice little run to get the race started there, boy.
1 subject at a time.
Yeah, sorry. Well, Admin was talking too. So Admin congratulated the field on making it 13 laps of green. That was nice. Anyway, so there is an incident limit, which, on these long races with this many of a field, really does come into play towards the end of the race. You'll see cars will suddenly drop off line that were running in the, in a good run. But, with all the bumping and grinding, especially when they hit these walls a little bit too hard, most of the time you hit a wall, it's a 0x, which means the sim, just choke on your tea. So it means that the sim registered contact, but it wasn't severe enough to be something that it considered dangerous or reckless. Light contact with the wall or losing control will get you 2 points. And then bumping another car hard enough to make them lose control will give you 2 points. And if they completely spin out after you've made contact with them, you get all of their incident points and yours. So it adds up pretty quick, especially when you see cars spinning, because if they touch anyone else, everybody they touch ends up with their incident points. It's kind of
Tyler, your voice is your voice channel is lagging out, and your ping is really low.
all right. Somebody's having some ping issues. Yeah, that would be Tyler Summerlin. Oh my God, he's blinking like crazy.
Anybody see him on the track? I don't see him. I can't find him.
They can't even find him on the track anymore. So his internet's lagged out. So it looks like Tyler Summerlin may be calling it a night. Good Lord, look at his blink go. All right, so we're one to go. Anyway, the point is that if they hit the incident limit, which we don't know what it is tonight, usually it's around 10 or 12, then they'll go. So, all right, green flag's out. We are back racing again, and I am still looking at the back of the field on accident. So here we go, back up at the front.
Yeah, and an unfamiliar face back there in the back is the 8 of Tyler Jackson. Not used to seeing him back there. As
Probably got wrapped up in that incident, I would imagine.
Jason McConnell is battling right now with Tucker and Whitworth.
Yeah, I didn't think Tucker was going to stay happy in 5th place.
There goes Reed and Petty battling for that position. And a lot of cars behind them trying to gain some ground on this group who's trying to the 74 machine of Blake Brown.
I mean, it looked quite intentional there, to be honest with you. I hear them rubbing against the wall. It's not a pretty sight. Sheet metal on metal.
What?
Metal.
Sheet metal on wall.
Guardrails. They're like.
Did you just say guardwells?
Guardrails. Guardrails.
Yeah, but it sounded like you said guardwells. Like guardwell. Guardwells? Cardwells.
Cardwells are a prominent racing family here in Eastern Tennessee, and they do make their presence known in iRacing sometimes. They kind of come and go. Anyway, any big movers and shakers now?
Rod Tucker is up to 3rd. Maybe we should take a peek on the leaders because Everett's is only 2 seconds behind Hip.
What is Tucker's number?
12. 92191.
912. That's new.
Yeah, he used to just be 12.
Thought so, yeah.
All right, McConnell and Reed.
Oh, McConnell is way wacky.
Whoa,
still
McConnell's still all over the place with Whitworth taking advantage. And
Automatic
there goes
caution.
Tucker
We
to
just
the
see a
high
3-year-old
side all
motor.
by himself.
Couldn't understand what race control just said.
Good evening, Todd. You are a Streamer Appreciation 2019.
Did we do that?
It just initiated it.
What the heck does it mean?
I don't know. Congratulations, Todd, whatever that means. Thanks for hopping in the chat with us.
Facebook apparently coming up with new awards for our folks.
All right, Hip is now getting a little bit of competition
Quite a bit,
for the
actually.
06 of Everett's and C. I
No
have no
surprise
life as well.
Neither do we, buddy.
Well, don't make it seem so awful that you're in the chat with us.
Involved.
All right, Evan, C, and Tucker are getting ready to have a battle for 3rd as Tucker looks to the inside and Everett's still trying to figure out if he can put some kind of move on the 28 machine.
Heck, Tyler, we thought you were out of the race. You must have
to-
reappeared at some point.
Maybe separate themselves from the 2.5s of J5 of Reed and Petty.
Now you look clean now.
Andy Faber says, how is everyone's night going tonight?
We're excited to be back broadcasting again with you lovely people. Definitely was it wasn't that bad of a winter. It wasn't a long winter yet. I don't think our winter has fully arrived. We've only had a couple
Our
of
worst
flurries.
winter months are still coming.
Yeah.
It always is January, February.
I don't know. We had the blizzard last December 1st, and then we didn't have any snow the rest of the winter, so hard to say. But we do miss racing. We're definitely itching for our home track to open back up here in March.
Opening up in a big way, March 27th, World of Outlaws 10,000 to win. Gonna be exciting. And pretty much for every month, did you know this? For every month, we have at least one big event going on. We host at least one big series.
So we're going to be exhausted this summer. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. Oh, looks like Jamie Reed's got some side-by-side door banging action going on.
Tucker falling off the
Dylan
pace
Petty.
a little bit, moving back to fourth. He's taking that super high line approach
That's weird. That's what he did the last green
none of
run.
the other ones are taking, and I don't know.
Well, if you follow everybody who's in front of you, you're only going to go as fast as everybody's in front of you. So I kind of get what he's doing. But the risk, of course, is that you go slower than those in front of you. So, hard to say.
Kevin, we are in Tennessee.
Easton, Tennessee.
East Tennessee, right beside, like an hour from Asheville. And
Asheville of all cities. That's the city you use?
well, in reference to how east we are, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we only get our winter and colder months are January, February.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much everyone. But, I mean, we don't get a ton of snow up here. It melts within a few days, even when we get 12 inches. But yeah, it's still enough to. It rains constantly. It's always raining, so that's it. All right, so top 5, Bailey Hipp is still holding down the lead. It looks like they're coming up on the 71 of Scotty Watts, so may have some lap traffic issues here. Although I would expect Scotty to dive out of the way. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But they're pretty well single line, although Rod Tucker occasionally does sample the top line to see if he can make any room.
Hey Phil, what's up? Happy New Year. Thanks for welcoming us back. Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Hey, Phil.
That's what we were just talking about earlier.
Good to see you back, too.
I know, Kevin, we don't really have a winter. I complain when it's... I complain. I'm just a complainer. That's all I
This
do.
chick grew up here, and I'm from Florida originally.
Kevin, if you know where Bristol Motor Speedway is,
That's
we're here.
40 minutes
That's
away.
where we are. Well, not us.
Yeah, you're a lot closer. You're 15
I'm like
minutes.
15 minutes away from Bristol.
Oh, Jamie Reed moving on the inside, and these two, oh, they're going to wreck each other. Oh, they've been battling hard the whole time. I think there was bad blood. But they get back up on the berm and get out of the way, so it will not pull out a caution, it appears. But I guarantee you there's some expletives being thrown around in the chat right now. All right. Top 4 are staying consistent with Bailey Hipp, Matthew Everts, Evan C., Rod Tucker, with Corey Whitworth kind of lurking back there in 5th. Not making a move, but here's Rod right alongside C. Looks like he's got going some. I think C is faster, but he keeps getting blocked, as you just saw him gut into the back of Everts. And that's going to give Rod Tucker all the room he needs to make a move, and he goes way high. Pounds the throttle in that little bit of traction that's left on the berm. I'm sorry, on the cushion. And is side by side with Everts now.
Johnson City is the dream place to live. Phil, I don't know where you live, but Johnson City, Tennessee is no dream to be in.
It's not a bad city, though, actually.
The biggest thing is the mall that has 10 stores in it.
There's all sorts of coffee shops and neat little restaurants and nice walking
There
areas.
is one Starbucks.
Cool. No, there's mom and pop coffee shops, dude. They're right next to ETSU. I mean, ETSU is in the city, so you gotta have coffee shops for college kids. Come on now.
We have one.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, you know this
Hey,
place.
my option is Kingsport, so it's all relative. All right, Bailey Hipp is starting to get pressure now. He has moved up to the top line with Rod. That's interesting. He'd been running the low line the entire race, and now he's moved up top. And look at the battle going on between Everts, Tucker, C, and now Whitworth has caught up with that group because they've been battling each other so hard. Whitworth was able to just kind of cruise along and make up that speed, and now we are side by side for second, and we could have a shootout in the second half of this race. Watch out.
Yeah, and only have one caution, right? We only have one caution?
Yep.
Come live in North Dakota.
That looks like a gorgeous state.
Hey, that's where Carson Wentz is from. So sure, he seemed to have fun there.
Fun that he's had in Philly. All right, so Rod Tucker again back up on the outside, and Bailey Hipp is inside, but here comes C making a peek around at the leader as Bailey got a little bit up on the berm, might have lost some momentum, and C is going to challenge him as they come across the line. Looks like C will take the lead, so we have our first lead change of the race on the lap 38.
Oh, this race is already almost halfway over. Insane.
Funny what happens when you go green.
Zachariah Futrell says, let's go, Hoop and Tucker.
Hip, maybe?
Hoop.
I don't see a
Austin
Hoop.
Hooper? Was that his name? He's not in here. Remember the Kachika guy?
No, that was Austin Anderson.
Oh. Who's Hoop?
I think that's supposed to be Hip. I think that was an autocorrect.
Oh.
I don't know. We'll see. All right, so C is starting to put a little space between him and Hip is still keeping an eye on his mirror, seeing Everts right back there, and Rod Tucker just kind of biding his time. Corey Whitworth trying to figure out if he can get by either Everts or Tucker, and not really finding a lane for either one. So still plenty of time left, 35 laps left. And oh boy, Tucker got hard into the wall, and there goes Whitworth passing him. Now McConnell gets into Tucker, and that's going to cause a little pileup. I don't think it'll pull a caution.
No.
Now they're going around.
Depends.
Now they're, for sure. Oh God, they're still banging into each other. Okay, so that was weird. That was very uncharacteristic Rod Tucker. He got on the wall, bounced off of it, and came down into the rest of the group. We'll see if we can get a replay of that.
Real quick, off subject of racing, Super Bowl predictions. We are 2 games away. In the chat, Super Bowl predictions. I want to hear them right now.
By the way, we did not know that CC is a ridiculous sports chick, big time. So
I want to know. I'm interested. We've got people
all
from
right,
North
so this
Dakota.
was after the fact, and we see Tucker and McConnell kind of get into each other, and that's going to cause a big old mess for them. We'll see if we can get an overhead view of this instead.
Seahawks.
That's definitely a bold prediction.
So you got people from North Dakota in the chat, New York in the chat, Connecticut in the chat.
Yeah, which New York teams make? Oh, that's right.
So far.
So there was Rod getting off the wall, and then McConnell. Oh, that almost looked like net code. It really didn't look like McConnell got into him, and then McConnell just couldn't recover. 74, and everybody behind him just beat him up. So unfortunate for those guys, but you know, that's racing.
Well, from the blimp view,
Green
we were
Bay.
all looking at it. You pushed them through the car in front of them, and then finished them off a few seconds later.
All right,
So,
they're
yeah.
coming down turns 3
Well,
and
for
4,
74.
and we will be set to go green next.
All right, so the 74 was penalized with an end of a line for that incident, and oh boy, look at that accordion effect going on. All right, green flag's out, loud pedals are down, and C will get us launched again with Bailey Hip and Corey Whitworth, the man we told you not to count out. There he is, making a move, and it looks like we'll take over third over Everts, although I don't know now. Everts has got the inside line. They're 3 wide. Yikes, look at them right on top of each other. Everybody giving each other space, a little bit bouncing off, but nothing dangerous at all.
Keep an eye on the 69 machine of Corey Whitworth right in the middle.
Looks like Rod Tucker stayed up there near the front. That's good for him.
Battles going on everywhere. It's good to see Tyler Jackson making his way up through the field, as he's moved all the way up to 9th, and he started 17th. Another good mover is Jarrett In. I'm not even going to say her last name. He started 18th and is up to 8th, and Dylan Petty 15th to 6th. Corey Whitworth 11th to 3rd. Ricky Norton, you ain't kidding. We are ready for some Bulls Gap racing also. Thanks for also joining us on CC and LJ.
Yeah.
We are Bulls Gap announcers. I think you already knew that.
Yeah, since he mentioned it.
T-Jag is making moves. That's what we were just talking about. Making moves all the way up to 17th. From 17th to 9th, 10th.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck in the pack. He's got McConnell behind him, and I think Jamie Reed in front of him, right? Yep. So he is in a pack of fast cars that should make their way back up to the front. They've got plenty of time, 28 laps to go.
And lots of hard, clean racing. We only had 2 cautions, which is amazing compared to what used to be.
Yeah. Although Knoxville's a big track, it does lend itself to longer green flag runs.
We had 62 cars vying to make this field in less than 4 minutes, and you're looking at the best 25 we could find here at Maniac Monday, Monsters of Dirt.
I'm very curious about one addition to the schedule this year that we've never broadcast before, and that's the Chili Bowl, which is a tiny, tiny little track, indoor track. So I've raced on it once. Oh, we got a caution. And it was terrifying, so I'm curious to see what happens with these guys. Oh, it looks like McConnell involved again with 74 again, the two that caused the last caution, and the 114 of Adam 114 is McConnell and 119 of Adam Scalia. So I don't know if there was some shenanigans going on back there or what, but they do pull off a caution. We'll listen to see what race control has to say about it. McConnell usually not a person that is involved in too many incidents, so I'm kind of surprised. Corey Whitworth has ended up in second while we were talking about all that, so guess who? I mean, if he wins his 6th in a row to start his 2nd consecutive season with the league, do you call that a dynasty? I don't know. I mean, it's so funny because he's not like an overbearing, overcommanding force, but here he is just winning. He just puts his nose to the ground and wins. It's so fun to watch, and he's fun to talk to.
If anybody knows anything about a dynasty, my sports teams are pretty much all dynasties.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy when you just choose the beatingest teams in all of the sports.
It's 4 or 5 cars battling nonstop for the lead, sometimes 8. I think it's a good show. Keep on fighting.
Admin just telling the top 6 cars basically that he's loving their fight, and it's a fun show, so keep it up. And here we go. Try to get it going with 24 laps remaining, and restart problems, but looks like they held it together. 23 laps ago, my apologies. Oh, Bailey Hipp got himself sideways, hit the berm, and the guy behind him had nowhere to go and knocks him out. And Bailey Hipp is now in the back of the field.
Oh, no!
Yeah. Who picked him?
I'm sorry.
He's got the LJ curse maybe this season.
Please don't hate me.
All right, so C is now back up in front still, and Whitworth is behind him. And then we got Everts, who, again, is a new name to both of us, I think, and really making a name for himself so far in this first race of the season.
69 machine coming strong here at the last leg of the race. 22 laps to go.
We have our guest producer in-house. Come here, guest producer. Why don't you let everyone know who's broadcasting tonight?
CC9J.
Thank you, sir.
Steve, I'm going to clear it and go look at it.
No.
If you deserved it, I'm going to give it back to you.
Race control looking at something. I don't know if it was the Bailey Hipp incident and just deciding that he may get his spot back. I'm not quite sure what he was saying there. Probably responding to someone talking to him, but we can only hear the admin because we don't want to hear the driver chat. All right, so C. Whitworth, Rod Tucker, and Everts are cruising. Who's that?
Petty and Reed made their way back up after they kind of collided and went up and over the berm. And
yeah, Steve, you definitely didn't deserve that one. I just looked at it.
All right, he's race control saying that someone kind of got robbed a little bit and may get their spot back. I couldn't hear who it was. So
it would have to be Bailey.
He said Steve. Steve Robbins, perhaps?
Okay.
I don't know. It's the only Steve I see. Anyway, well, they're pretty well seen. Oh, wait a minute. Corey looking on the inside of C. Which, by the way, C is our only pro who's in the room right now with an 8,311 I rating. Just to put that in perspective, 2,000 is considered decent. 3,000, you're considered really good and higher. He's 8,000. So, and he's got a pro license. The only way to get a pro license is to win an official series over 13 weeks, an official season in a class. So it is a big achievement. You don't see that many pros. They're, I think, 1% of iRacers. So
you're looking at a good one.
Basically.
Quite a few good ones too, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. There's a lot of guys that don't really race official races, and so their iRating doesn't necessarily reflect who they are. I mean, Marcus Mays is shown as a 1679 D274, and he's on a really good team, and he's a very good driver, but he just doesn't do official races, so he just does enough to get the cars that he wants to race. So,
all right, there goes Whitworth to the inside of C.
Here we go.
Tucker's still trying to live and die by that high side, doing something that no one really else is doing, that super, super high side. And Whitworth's got a quarter panel on him. We'll see if he can keep the momentum. Looks like he's going to follow behind right now as they enter turns 1 and 2 with 14 laps to go. Whitworth getting a really good push into turn 2. See what happens on the exit here. Down the back stretch, you're riding along with Evan C.
I meant to put Whitworth.
Oh,
I
just
couldn't
kidding.
find him. Wow, look at that. You can listen to the throttle, and they are not on the throttle in those turns.
Yeah, getting all the way down to almost 40 RPMs.
Caution.
Caution is out. 114 and 28.
Might have been a competition caution because I think race control wants to give a spot back to someone. So, and he's doing it now so we can have hopefully 10 laps of racing to end this pretty darn exciting first night of Monsters of Dirt Maniac Monday. This is the right-hand construction
Season opener.
Yeah, they called it something banger. I don't know. They called it something in the chat. Anyway, yeah, it's the season opener, 75 laps at Knoxville. We are
CC and LJ.
coming to you live here.
And Ryan Ray Plumbing is putting on Monsters of Dirt this season, and the hub is forking up the points fund for champion. This season's going to go with 250.
250.
250.
250.
Second's going to go with 100. Third, 75. 450 and 525.
So just keep in mind that for $10, you can get in on every Monsters of Dirt series cash league.
Which is 6 nights a week.
And they all have good payouts. They also have random draws in every race. Everyone who makes the race, or I think
everyone who makes the race that has paid cash
is
and
eligible
finished-
for the random draw.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
we're going to have 3 this series. We're going to have one on January 20th at Fairbury, February 17th at Eldora, and then back at Knoxville on March the 23rd.
yeah, I mean, it's just a ridiculous return on investment. So $10 in, and you can easily make your money back for that pay-in. And you could win a whole lot more if you have a couple lucky, a couple good races. So there's no reason not to do it. And they're a very popular series. They're popular with the drivers for being very fair. But here we go with 10 laps to go. Let's see what these guys do.
10-lap shootout, the best of the best, right here in the front, and you can see why. Tyler Jackson really trying to make his way through there. Tucker, Literal, C, Everett, Whitworth.
Whitworth had a nose in front of C for just a moment there. Let's see what happens on this. It looks like Whitworth might get the run. Oh, and he does. So we have a new leader, Corey Whitworth.
Going for 6 in a row.
I think C is doing a little defensive driving now. He's kind of moving up that line. He sees that Whitworth is making it work a little faster. So I mean, I can't imagine that C's not going to do a little bit of defensive driving here, and he definitely is. But what that's doing is holding up Whitworth, but it's also allowing the guys behind them to catch up, and there goes Tucker again, living and dying by the cushion. And Everts, who still is right there in the mix, I don't think he's been below third once tonight, so always up there, always making his presence known. Tyler Jackson, T-Jack, moving up to 5th, or trying to get into 5th. See if he makes the outside line work to get around Brian Dean right now.
7 laps to go here at Knoxville. We're going to see who wants this more. Is it going to be Whitworth, C, or even Everett's? Keep an eye out on Tucker. Can't count him out. And Jackson, who has really came from all the way to 17th to 6th.
Somebody just got hard into the wall. Looks like they recovered it.
No doubt he's probably a hard charger to think about. 17th to 6th.
No, I'd say that's Daniel Cummings Jr., 21st to 8th.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too. Here comes the shark, Joseph Gilly says in the chat.
Dun, 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 dun.
Cue the Jaws music. All right, here goes Everett's.
God, let's have a three-way battle.
5 laps to go. Door to door is C and Whitworth, and Everett still trying to stick his nose in there. Keep an eye out to see if maybe the 912 can eat away some of that ground. The 3 right here have kind of separated themselves.
Yeah.
4 to go here. Who is it going to be?
Uh-oh, Corey Whitworth with a move on the inside. But he won't be able to stay side by side from C to keep him from moving back down to block him, which he does do as expected into turns 3 and 4.
Coming up to the flag stand, we're going to have 3 to go. C, Whitworth, and Everts. Whitworth again looking on the inside of C.
Looks like he kind of has something in 1 and 2, but then he doesn't really have anything for him in 3
I
and
think
4.
it's the exits. The exit momentum for 33 is a lot more than what the 90 is trying to get. All right, sticks in the air as they pass by the flag stand in turns 1 and 2. Here they go.
Yeah, you're going to see Corey sending it here. He's going to be in desperation mode. And Everts may just be looking to see who's going to be faster and get behind him. I'm not quite sure. Or if maybe he's just giving it all he got and just can't keep up. It's hard to say.
All right, coming out of turns 3 and 4. 1 last time.
White flag.
75 lap feature here in Knoxville is going to come down to the last lap. See if Whitworth's got anything for him. If anybody's going to have anything for the pro, it will be Whitworth in the 90 machine. Can he go in 6 lap? No.
Nope. C did exactly what he had to do. He knew he had to block Whitworth. He did it perfectly, did it cleanly, but did what he had to do.
Hell of a race, top 3. Hell of a race, everybody. Welcome to the league, Matt. Good race. Good win, Evan. Let's get a good top 3 picture there, boys. Good run, Corey.
All right, race control happy with that race. I don't blame him. That was an exciting and fun and clean race. Only 4 cautions in 75 laps with 25 cars on the track, so definitely happy about that. So give us a few minutes here, and we're going to talk to the top 3 and bring them in and see what they have to say. We will be right back.
Make sure you top 3 get the Discord for the interview, please. Let's see, go to broadcasting waiting room. Where are you at?
Hello.
Sorry, had a mic problem here. Hey, Corey. Well, it feels kind of weird talking to you first rather than last, like we have the last 5 races.
It's okay. I gave it all I had there, and Evan he had the preferred line.
Yeah, it was funny. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd you go?
I don't know. I got moved out. I don't know what happened. Evan ran a smooth and consistent race, and I poked the nose under there. I mean, I could have moved him. I probably could have shoved him off into 3 and won the race, but he's a good dude. He raced me as clean as anybody did, and I was going to try to get by him just as clean as I could, but just didn't work out in our favor. But congrats to him on the win. He did everything he had to do.
Well, Corey, you started 11th, which kind of surprised us here in the booth, but then we told the broadcast early on, don't count out Corey Whitworth because that's what he pretty much did most races last season. He always came from behind, and sure enough, you didn't disappoint when suddenly we saw you making your presence known in the top 5 about halfway through the race. So great to see you back here on a winner circle in the podium. So, yeah, we look forward to watching you all season, man.
Oh, yeah, we'll be back. Just the whole game plan for the race starting where I was. I got myself behind in qualifying. I didn't do very good, and I had a 1-lane heat race. I wasn't able to do any passing, so I just started where I did, and I tried to stay as patient as I could, but also stay aggressive and make the moves that I needed to get by people. And it worked out pretty good. That middle line came in, and I rolled it for a few laps and just kind of tucked in behind Evan and went on and called it good.
Good job, man. All right, well, who do you want to thank for getting it done tonight on the season opener of Maniac Monday?
Just got to thank Monsters of Dirt for the league. Got to thank you guys for the broadcast. I think we maxed the server out tonight, so that kind of says a lot about the league and the people that run it, and just the competition that we have here. It's second to none. I don't think you could have a faster crowd than what we had tonight. I guess I got to thank the whole team at Southern Sim Racing, and as always, Mike M at Mike M Designs for putting me in his car. I guess that's about it. Oh, one more. Yardbird Enterprises. Didn't forget on this time.
Good job, man. All right, that's Corey Whitworth, our second place winner tonight and our season champion last season, season 3. So we'll see what he's got in the bag for season 4, and we'll talk to you next week. All right, so we've got Matt Everts, who was the third place. Normally we bring him in first, but he wasn't in the Discord yet, so we brought in Corey first. But here's Matt Everts, a new name for CCNLJ. How you doing, Matthew?
I'm doing good.
All right, well, congratulations on your win. And you never dropped – well, you qualified – you started 5th, but I think after the start you were top 3 or top 4 the entire race, it looked like.
Yeah, I started 5th on the grid, and then after that it just pretty much stayed there, and then I moved up 2 spots, but it wasn't easy.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely it was a hard battle. It was just it's fun seeing a new name. We hadn't met you before, and it was you definitely made a name for yourself here with CCNLJ and with Monsters of Dirt. So do you run the street stocks often?
What was that?
Do you run the street stocks normally? Is that a class that you run a lot in iRacing?
Yeah, I run in another league, DWR league, and most of the time I just run streets, mods, and late models. I'm not really a sprint car guy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I try them every once in a while and hate them. That's just me. But all right, well, thanks for joining us at the league here, and great showing. And a really unique skin on that car. It's easy to spot you in a field, so that's always fun. Who do you want to thank to help you get it done tonight?
I like to thank Monsters of Dirt, Dirt Division, JZ iRacing, Photography, Wicked Cushion, Easy E Automotive, D&B Lawn Care, my team Twisted Motorsports, and for you broadcasting, and the guys who run the league for hosting.
All right, appreciate it, Matt. Hopefully we get to talk to you again the rest of the season. We look forward to seeing your run here and run as consistent as you did tonight. You should do well.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
All right, that's Matt Everts, our second place finisher, top of the race, the entire race, so really fun to watch, and he kept up with some guys that we know are fast, so I have a feeling we'll be keeping an eye on Matt for the rest of the season. You do that.
Evan, you're in the booth with CC and LJ. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, talk about that race. You were absolutely killing it, and you were up against some pretty good guys. How did you feel about tonight's race?
Yeah, it was a pretty long race. I just kind of, took my time and stayed on the bottom, in the first laps there. And once I seen the bottom kind of go away a little bit in 1 and 2, I just, the middle felt pretty good, and just went up to the middle there, and I think it was 3 wide at one point, but was able to get a pretty good run out of the turn, I think, coming out of 2 and get the lead after that. And I got to say, good job, Nicor. He raced me clean the rest of the race there and didn't, I thought he might would have knocked me out of the way because I probably would have for the win, but he raced me clean, so I just want to congratulate him on that. And, it was a pretty fun race overall.
Well, congratulations on the season opener here with Monsters of Dirt. Who would you like to thank for getting it done tonight?
Yes, I thank Team VLR, iRacing, iFlag, Supermoon Graphics, Kevin Deadman, Dirty Grass Soul, Captain Ben Morgan, and thank y'all for broadcasting and Monsters of Dirt for putting on a series.
Absolutely. Well, Evan, we will probably talk to you again in the next podium, and we'll talk to you again soon. All right, we hope you enjoyed tonight's live racing action brought to you by Monsters of Dirt Maniac Monday.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook at CCNLJ and make sure you turn on notifications so you won't miss any live events from your favorite broadcasters.
We will see you at the next green flag, and until next time, pedal to the metal and don't forget your blinker.